What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Peacock series We Are Lady Parts Season 2. Let's rock this. Wow, it's been like what, 3 years since the first season? Took them long enough. But I'm glad this show is back. I'm a huge fan of We Are Lady Parts, and I have already watched all these new 6 episodes, and I'm happy to inform you that Season 2 is just as great. It's funny, it's thought-provoking, it's bold, and on some of the episodes, it even got pretty inventive with some of the visualization. Creator showrunner Nida Manzoor wonderfully managed to continue this girl power story in a way that not only is consistent with what it always wants to convey, which is a progressive, diverse representation, but now it also gives us the next evolution that comes with any aspiring band, and that is the battle between identity integrity and record label meddling. And that is something that a lot of artists with strong opinionated voices can totally relate to. Season 2 of We Are Lady Parts sees the band return with a renewed artistic mission after the high of their first UK tour, only to find a rival band threatens their delicate status quo. As the reality of chasing success sets in, Lady Parts embarks on recording their first album, juggling personal ambition, and deciding whether making it big is really what they wanted. Starring Anjana Vasan, Sarah Camila Impe, Juliet Motamed, Faith Omole, Lucy Shorthouse, Aisha Hart, Zaki Ismail, and Shobu Kapoor. Hey, please click the join button below to become Rama Screen members. By doing so, you will help support this channel, and you'll also get lots of perks. So click on the link below to join Rama Screen membership today. Now, it's no secret that activist Malala Yousafzai and playwright Mira Sayal show up in Season 2. That's not a spoiler, but at this point, I'm not allowed to tell you the details or the context surrounding their roles. All I can say is that the inclusion of Malala and Mira in the story is very organic, meaning their appearance gels with the current journey of our protagonists, whether it be in a song format or how they deal with a problem at hand. So it might be brief, but it certainly is not a pointless cameo. Without spilling spoilers, I can tell you that in Season 2, the characters have to use their good judgment to discern between competitors and allies and those who just want to take advantage of their rising popularity. The modern Muslim components are still there, and creator showrunner Nida Manzoor addresses them in a delicate manner that both Muslims and non-Muslim viewers can understand easily without necessarily shoehorning it. Saira desperately wants to make an album, but will that come at the expense of her friends? Bisma is dealing with motherhood trouble and a certain jilbab situation. Amina is experiencing new crush since Asan is unable to make up his mind. Meanwhile, Aisha's relationship with her girlfriend suddenly goes from joyous to shaky. There seems to be emphasis on whether or not outside influence can change the fabric of the band if they allow it to happen. So it's a balancing act between the direction that the band wants to take and how that direction could affect who they are as Muslim musicians. There are some new songs on Season 2 that are pretty rockin', and there are also some punk rock cover of pop songs that I think are just as awesome. And the way that some of those songs are staged, it's like a string of visually cool music videos that are eye-popping and creative. This new season experiments with some audacious visuals that I think really pay off. And lastly, I just gotta say this. The depiction of modern-day Muslims on this show is fascinating. Hey, I'm a liberal. No judgment from me, buddy. Whatever makes you happy, you do you, boo. But I came from Indonesia, the most Muslim-populated country in the world and one of the most conservative as well. And so half the themes that are being pushed on this show would not fly with the Muslims in my homeland, especially in terms of homosexuality and smoking weed and dating a non-Muslim. The people in my homeland would probably condemn it in a heartbeat. So I'm very curious to hear what a born and raised Muslim person would think of We Are Lady Parts, whether or not they would agree with the portrayal of their religion and culture on this show. Now that would be a much more interesting YouTube video to watch. So yeah, overall I give We Are Lady Parts Season 2 the rating of 4 out of 5. This is such an enjoyable show, rich in colors and eccentric personalities, not to mention edgy and brave. I hope we won't see the last of these women, and hopefully it won't take another 3 years for the next new season.